Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Fiscal Talk and our new episode. In the last episode, actually, we were talking about the Swedish fiscal law, and today we will talk about one interesting requirement from the fiscalization in Sweden, and that is control unit device. My name is Milica, and I'm a marketing manager at Fiscal Solutions. And today, once again, with us is Nikolina Basic, and she's legal consultant at Fiscal Solutions. Nikolina, hello once again.
Hello, Milice. Hello to everyone again with this really nice topic about Swedish fiscalization requirements. And I'm really excited that we are filming another episode, which is, let's say, in related to the previous one, but with the new requirements, which is important to be mentioned.
Great, thank you. Let's start because we don't have much time. So we already said that our topic is control unit device. So please tell us more about it.
Okay, so in general, control unit device is really important part of the Swedish fiscalization system because it has a main fiscalization requirements and it's, let's say, the boss for the fiscalization in all of that connection. So in general, I say in general, it is used for storing and signing receipts. It's really important to state that it's a hardware solution. It's a physical unit, like a little box, and the cash register send the receipt data to this device, to the control unit. And what is also really important to say that control unit generates a control code, really unique requirement for the Swedish fiscalization, because that is a code that must be present on all fiscal relevant receipt. And that control code is sent back to the cash register, but it is stored on the cash register and at the control unit device. For the general, it's important to say that it must be certified and it is responsibility of the manufacturers. And when they pass that certification, they will be placed on the market and available to be purchased by the retailers. Also, maybe more technical, but of course it has technical requirements which are defined. Needs to store fiscal relevant data for the 5 years. We have a different types of it, and depending on what type of cash register do we have, is it a software installed on the POS or is it all-in-one cash register, and how it's connected between all of that, let's say, architectures. It depends how types we have. And it's located at the business premises of the retailer, usually in the store, and must have, of course, some memory requirements that must be fulfilled. And it's required for the control unit to manage all counters for the transactions. Beside the control unit device, we have control system, which is pretty similar as a control unit device, but it is more complex than control unit.
Okay, great. Thank you. This was great introduction to one of the main things that we should have if we want to work in Sweden. So please, Can you tell me what are some main requirements?
Great question, because in my previous answer, I was talking general from like different perspectives what it is a must. But for the fiscalization, it's really important to say that main requirements of control unit device is to receive and to process receipt data per receipt from the cash register. So every receipt must be proceed by the control unit device. And it needs to be designed in a way that it can be in operation at the same time when the sale is made in the store. It's really important to be installed by the manufacturer of it, or a cash register or general agent who has a special, let's say, task by the authorities. It's really important to, how can I say that, not to have any malfunction with the data, because all data in control unit device cannot be changed and cannot be deleted or cannot be altered in any way. It's really important to say that control unit device must be provided with some model designation, with manufacturer number, software version, hardware version, and other requirements which are predefined by the Swedish regulations. And for the reminder, we have this explained also in our previous talk, but I will say it again. Data flow is really important. So cash register sends the data receipt information to the control unit device in real time. Control unit verify that receipt, store informations, send back informations to the cash register together with the control code, and that is something which is really important. Also really unique is that control code that I already mentioned. The control unit device is in charge for it. It is generated for the fiscal documents, and it must be generated for each sales receipt, return receipt, and receipt copy, and always must be written on the control strip also. Maybe I can explain it as such as like an electronic signature, because that is the main, let's say, function of that control code. By descripting that control code, as I can say like that, the Swedish tax agency can perform control and establish the reading of the fiscal relevant data.
Okay, great. Well, we are talking about that control unit device. We also have a control program in
Yes.
Sweden. Is it like the same or what is it?
Control program or control unit device, usually people maybe think that it is the same thing, but it is not. So it's a really good question, Milice, because it's really important to explain this. So control program is a different from the control unit, because control program is made like a server, like some small box which is connected with the cash registers but remotely, but still it is a hardware piece. So it's not any cloud or something which is web based. No, it's still a unit, but it serves like one point where all the data are sent directly, like a server. And this system also must be certified, but it's more complex than a control unit device. That is why it's not so used in Sweden. Basically, according to my informations, retailers are not using this. So this is possible by the regulations, but it's more complex, and it's not, let's say, so in use in Sweden, because from the technical perspective it has much more requirements that needs to be fulfilled, some special softwares inside that server, and a lot of other technical requirements needs to be fulfilled. So I think that is why it's not so used in the Sweden, but by the regulations it can be used. It needs to have, as already mentioned, some software, some control program, needs to be safe place, and a lot of different requirements. Tax authority also needs to have access to this server and to upload data from it, similar as a control on a device. But as I already said at the beginning, it's not the same thing as a control unit. It's more complex of it. But from the fiscalization perspective, they have same function. They perform fiscalization.
Okay, take a deep breath.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much, Nikolina. Once again, you are really, really great speaker, and it is my pleasure to listen to all of the information you're sharing
Oh,
with us.
thank you.
Yes, I'm always learning from you, and I guess our what listeners too. So thank you once again for your time, and thank you for sharing all the information with us. For
You're
everyone
welcome.
who is interested in Swedish fiscal law, you can go and check out our fiscal portal, because our fiscal portal is daily updated by our legal consultants. And of course, it covers every single topic when it comes to Swedish fiscalization and a lot of other countries too.
Yes.
Thanks once again, and until next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.